Good morning, Mr. Wilson. So wanted to show you just the progress so far. We're getting the hardware put on, get the hardware all laid out over here, ready to go on. We're getting ready to paint the steering wheel. The steering wheel is pretty beat up, but most of the area where it's beat up is actually where the cracks were and so forth, non-structural issues. And those areas will be hidden by the chrome. So so in this process, we start reaching around for stuff, and we made a discovery. The bottom of the windshield is stainless, and so you can see how well that polished up. We polished the stainless in-house. I thought the top of the windshield was stainless as well. I thought the entire windshield was stainless. But as it turns out, the top of the windshield is chrome. And as you can see, it's not in the best of condition. We can't polish it on a wheel. We can only hand polish it. If you try to polish it the same way that we polish the stainless, then we just burn right through the very thin layer of chrome, the very thin layer of hard but thin layer of chrome. So that obviously that's so my question is, do you want me to get a price on this and get it chromed? We do a lot of business with these people. We just got a $7,000 order in, so we can probably get this moved through the chrome shop rather quickly. Second thing is the handle for the throttle, which of course is not the correct throttle. The handle for the throttle was not chromed. The base for the throttle was chromed. So you can kind of see the difference between old and new chrome right here. But this is pot metal. So this ends up being pretty expensive to re-chrome, because all these pits, there's not a lot of them. Usually there's more on a piece of pot metal, but these get soldered up by hand. You hear the cash register numbers spinning around and around. These get built up by hand, and then they put it in copper. They'll dip it in copper multiple times and buff in between until you get this nice smooth surface like this. This was not pot metal. This was brass. So it they just strip the chrome off of it and then do a copper layer, buff it, nickel layer, buff it, and then do a chrome layer. So copper, nickel, chrome is the proper way to do chrome. So the question is, do you want that to go? And the last item that escaped going to the chrome shop was your stem bead. And this is brass. Got a little damage right here they can fix. And then they would, pretty much smooth this all out and chrome this. So we can get, that's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. I'm sorry that it escaped us, but we can turn this around pretty quick if you want to get it done. I will call and get a price for this piece. There's 2 windshield pieces like this that are chrome, and I'm going to go upstairs. I actually have part of a windshield, and the one I might have is stainless. So, because I was convinced that this was stainless, didn't even take a second look at it. So anyhow, those are the questions this morning. One other question: we put the hardware on back where it was. My son and I are having a discussion. I'm saying that you would expect it to be back on and where it was, and he's saying, well, it didn't come out of the factory that way. And so he's feeling like it's not right, and I'm feeling like you're going to want your hardware back on. These things like this, the rope, this bumper, this fender, bumper holder that was on, these things are all added by over the years by the owners that own it, so that own the boat. So it might not have come out of the factory with them, but generally the boats get decorated by the owners. They make it theirs, make it convenient for them. So the question is, we can vary. If you want these removed, we can remove them and we can fill those holes and make them disappear. But just want to get your input on that, whether you'd like to have that or not. So, and we are ordering you a Capri emblem for the back, and either a Capri emblem or the Chris Craft logo. I believe your hull card says you had a Chris Craft logo. But we'll find out if you had the Capri logo or the Chris Craft logo, and we'll do a little more research on that, and we'll put the right thing on. All right, sir. Talk to you soon.